Yo, what up guys, Slow Mo Backslap here, slapping you with another video, and today we're talking about Splitgate Arena Warfare. Now, some of you probably know what I'm talking about, but I do believe the vast majority of you have never heard of this game. Like myself, I didn't know about this game until a few weeks ago, but Splitgate Arena Warfare, I think, has a lot of sleeper hit potential in it. And just look at this gameplay. It's just amazing. This game runs and plays extremely well, and I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about it. So before I go any further, hit the like button if you like this video. If you like what I'm providing for you, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and let's go ahead and get into it. So Splitgate Arena Warfare is being developed by 1047 Games, a little small studio out in Nevada. They're only about a little over 20 developers, founded back in 2016. Splitgate Arena Warfare is running on Unreal Engine 4, and you know, this game came out in 2019 on PC. Wasn't very popular, didn't do big numbers. The game recently went through a revamp on PC and is also now being released on consoles. A demo came out for the game this month. That demo is now over, but an open beta will start July 1st, with the game launching free on consoles on July 27th. Add into that, the demo had crossplay enabled with PC. And the open beta, as well as the full launch of the game, will also have crossplay enabled. So that's crossplay between Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And that's just amazing. I love to see that out of these PvP games, these games that rely on online multiplayer. It just allows that game to make sure that it always has a strong community playing it, and people, if playing say on a smaller platform, like, going to feel like there's no one to play with. Friends are going to be able to play this game with one another and not have to feel obligated to buy a console or build a PC, especially in these days and times, just to play one free game. So yeah, crossplay is really going to help this game out, I think. Now, moving on to the game itself, I think the strengths of this game are its amazing gunplay. Feels a lot like Halo, and the gunplay feels great whether you're playing on controller or mouse and keyboard. The modes are also very similar to Halo and Destiny as well. We got modes like Domination, which is essentially like Control in Destiny. You've got your Team Deathmatch, which is, I think, very underrated into today's PvP scene. There's always some kind of battle royale or some other mode that people are implementing. And where is just straight up deathmatch at? Like, I just, sometimes you just want to just go head to head with people, and that's clearly provided here. They got another mode that I really enjoy called VIP, and in VIP there's one person on each team who is the VIP, and that VIP has double the health. You don't get any points for killing any of the other players on the other team. You only get points for killing that VIP, and the strategies that you could deploy in order to win can be very interesting. I mean, you can go from, especially if you have the VIP, which that changes if the VIP is killed, so everyone gets the opportunity to be a VIP. But if the VIP is a very strong player, they can just go on the offensive. They got double the health. It's going to allow them to survive taking damage a little bit better. Or if they're a weaker player, you could try to defend that VIP, hide them in the map, try to keep them away from the other players, and that could keep the score low against your own team. It's just, they have really good modes. I really enjoyed what I've seen from it so far. The portal system, which is probably the most unique thing about Splitgate, definitely a different twist and differentiates it from other first-person shooters. You could really say Splitgate is more of a mix of Halo and Portal, whereas these portals allow you to open one portal somewhere else on the map, open a second portal near you, and then you can walk through that second portal to the first portal. This allows you to cover the entire distance of a map, escape from enemy fire when you are close to dying, and generally just be able to ambush other enemies and catch them unaware. It's great. I'm not that great at it so far. I'm really good at the gunplay stuff. I love shooting people down in this game and just straight winning one-on-ones left and right. I tend to get bodied by the guys that are great at the portal work, and I need to work on that. But I love the fact that there is things that you can work on in this game. Growth. There are things, that aspects of the game that are so different that you don't see in other games, that it can't just be mastered in a couple of sessions. And about sessions, the game is very, very stable, especially for an indie game. I haven't been lagged out of any matches. I haven't had actually any issues whatsoever getting into matches. I get in and out of sessions extremely quickly. There was an issue, I believe, with the demo on Xbox, and I've played it on Xbox, the demo, that is, as well as the full version on PC. It plays great on both. The Xbox Series S that I played it on played it at 60 frames per second. Didn't have any frame rate drops that I noticed. I'm playing it at like 150 frames per second because the game is really easy on PC hardware, no issues whatsoever. I also really like how when you're in between matches and they may not quite be able to get you into another session immediately, they allow you to just go on a map and just go around and just shooting other players. It allows you the opportunity, if you're having some issues with your aiming, with your accuracy, need to make a couple adjustments, you can do so in those time periods. It's a smart move there. Map design is also extremely good. Very similar in some ways to some of the maps from Halo games in the past. And actually one of their level designers actually used to work for 343 Industries, which makes total sense if you look at some of the maps and how they are set up. The game also gives you jetpacks, so there is the jetpack aspect that allows you to reach higher levels. It's an added verticality to the game that you don't see in most first-person shooters. Before I move on, let me again talk about how good this gunplay is. It feels amazing. It's definitely up there with your Destinies when it comes to how smooth it is, how responsive it is. It's great. If you love playing first-person shooters and you just love being able to outduel enemies, outduel other players in PvP first-person shooting, do yourself a favor and play it. You won't regret it. But now let me get into some of the weaknesses here. So, of course, when you got a small studio, you're not going to have all the resources that bigger studios have. You're also not going to have the very best at certain aspects of games that you see from the AAA space. And so with that said, I understand why some of the limitations I see are there. One of which are the character designs. I find the character designs to be extremely generic. They're just not that good. And that's something that can always be improved on in the future updates, character redesigns. All that stuff can be taken care of in the future. It's just clearly that's a weakness for the studio. It also has zero PvE content, which I'm not really saying that's a weakness. I know what this game is. I knew what this game was before I got into it, but there are some people who just aren't into strictly a PvP shooter and wouldn't want to play something that doesn't have any kind of player versus environment, shooting down NPCs kind of deal. And that's understandable. So if that's you, this may not be the shooter for you. Now, again, the combat is fun, it's frenetic, but I would love to see if they introduce a slide in gameplay. I always find myself in situations where I feel like I'm about to enter into a room where there are multiple enemies, and I would love to just slide in and make myself even more difficult to hit while I'm shooting those enemies that are trying to adjust to me just arriving. That would be great, but it's kind of a nitpick there. It's not super necessary, but I would love to see that introduced at some point. And just overall visually, nothing special here. Hopefully an upgrade to Unreal Engine 5 in the future may allow for a nice facelift for this game. It could use it, but it's not hideous looking or anything. It's just nothing special in that front. But those are things that hopefully with the popularity this game has been getting recently, and if it launches well and remains bug-free and stable connectivity for all players playing it, it can get a strong player base, and then they could grow as a studio and be able to fix some of these issues visually that I see here. But overall, Splitgate Arena Warfare is just good fun. If you like shooters, if you love first-person shooters, this is a game that you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you just didn't try. It's going to be free, okay? Open beta starts July 1st for console players. PC players, if you're on PC, it's available on Steam. You can download it right now for free, or you can pay $4 and get the starter pack, or $20 for the legendary pack where it gives you additional cosmetics. Go ham. You could have a good time with it, and I think the game deserves to have a look for those who are into this kind of genre. But you guys let me know what you think. You think Splitgate Arena Warfare is something you're going to give a try? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Hit the dislike button if you didn't. It's all good. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. Peace.